Welcome to the MOVE Days. My name is Wolfgang Baierl, and I am a sports scientist in Upper Austria. I am the posture coach, and today it is about the best sitting position is always the next one, and why sitting for long periods of time simply causes so many sick days or complaints. We would like to take a look at this today. Welcome again. My name is Wolfgang, and we will start in a moment. I'll show you an example to help you understand a little about the forces at work in the body. Imagine that this is a crane, holding the weight down and holding the heavy load. What do we need to prevent this crane from falling? Exactly, a counterforce or tension somewhere to prevent it from falling. If I erect it, the force goes straight down. I don't need any counteracting forces. Only the force of the Earth's gravity is then at work, and it is exactly the same with our body. If I now stand further forward or round, the neck muscles and back muscles, especially the back muscles in the lumbar region, must always be strongly tensed. With the head, for example, it is like this. If the head is now at 45 degrees to the front, the head weighs about 25 kilograms, which the neck and throat muscles have to hold up. If he is now upright, I no longer need any strength. And that's why you keep hearing about the best sitting position. We'll just take a look at that now. We all know it. As upright as possible, feet on the floor, then ideally with the backrest down, and then upright. The screen should be 50 centimeters away from me at eye level when I stretch out my hands. The laptop or screen is perhaps a touch higher than the upper edge of your eyes, which is what you adjust. So that would be the optimal sitting position. You are supposed to sit there all the time, and that's what happens today. But that's not good either. We don't recognize that, do we now? That you then sit for a very long time, that you then feel at some point, now I'm tense or my neck is tense. And that's why the best sitting position is the next one. Our spine needs variety and movement, again and again. And the first movement, which you can do just like that, very relaxed in between, we can all do it right away, walking forward and back again. You can fit it in between things during the working day. Let's do it right now. Make a nice bend to the front and then back again. Let's just go down a bit and can still fit your head between your feet. What else can we do? The best sitting position is the next one. Just tilt your pelvis from time to time, arch your back, move from side to side, look at something we say. This is a really great exercise, a great tip. If you notice now, just my lumbar spine, it's pulling a little, just push it back every now and then. Let's do that right now, shall we? Press firmly towards the back. Then we come to the next point. You can really use the backrest of the chair from time to time. And there I can press the lumbar region against the backrest. This is really a great exercise that you can quickly integrate into your daily routine. Let's try tilting it a little to the left and right, to the side. Just keep tilting the pelvis. You can do that in between, although it is quite demanding to really work it with someone and integrate it further. It will hardly ever be possible to do it on the side. But in between, when you realize, wait, I'm still tense, then it's a great exercise. We will do a mobilization exercise right now. We will simply step down sideways, step to the right, and then we will try to touch the floor with our fingertips. and further down. And loosen up. The next sitting position is also quite cool, which you can do if you tense your neck and shoulder muscles. Most of the time, you sit in such a way that you lean forward and your neck and shoulder muscles have to hold your head back. As I said, 25 kilos are then required of the neck muscles. The head alone weighs only 5 to 6 kilos. But now that he is so far ahead, his muscles have to hold back even more. And the mobilization exercise is now. Fix your head and bring it down to the side. Once to the right, once to the left. Hold for a few seconds. And now a little bit longer. And take it easy. What can we do to stay a little more mobile? Of course, always get up every now and then. And that's the most important tip for incorporating a standing desk into your daily routine. Really stand at your desk for an hour in the morning and stand at your desk while you work. And when we're standing now, it's important to bend our knees slightly, tilt our pelvis, and straighten our upper body. There is a really great exercise where you stand facing a broomstick or a pole or just a wall. I'll just take the stick now. Slightly in the knees, right soles off, and then the head. And so you just feel where this zero position is, so to speak. You can think of it like a thermostat in the body, and it's the same with the head position. If I tilt it too far forward, I'll get a headache. Tense the neck and shoulder muscles. And that's where the thermostat goes now. If you now hold out your hand like this, in the middle of the right, we all intuitively know. We now have the right angle, the hand is like this. If you do it again and again, our brain thinks, that's the zero position, the normal position. That's how the thermostat is set. Or is it like this? Yes, if I keep doing it like this, it will be in the neutral or zero position. You can always adjust your own thermostat accordingly. And an upright posture is important to us, because I look slightly down, upright, and head back. If you do that over and over again, the body will remember it and know, this is my zero position, this is my upright position. Then you're already doing a lot right, and you're rewinding. Let's loosen up a bit. Let's just stand the whole thing up, fix the head. And again. Other side. Change again. Change again. And loosen up. Now the entire spine will simply go down on the left and right as far as it will go. Ideally, down to the knees. And a little further still. And loosen. We're doing another exercise. The best sitting position or standing position is always the next one. That means we really have to alternate as often as possible. The intervertebral discs need rest and relaxation, and they need both. They are supplied only by being compressed and then refilling with fluid during recovery. And that is why the best sitting position is the next one. And when standing, the best thing is to put as much variety as possible on the spine. Let's go to the front and then stretch backwards. Forward, a little way down. Keep your knees straight if possible. And loosen. Good. There is another exercise you can do standing up. You can do this again and again in between, and then practice it sitting down. We now lift our foot and let the pelvis follow. We have done the same thing a bit on the sides, sitting down to begin with. The knee below remains fairly stable and only the pelvis tilts. Other side. And slow down. Exactly, then we try the same thing again, sitting down as we just did, and tilt the pelvis sideways without them moving their shoulders as much as possible. It's really just from the pelvis. And as I said, you can do it in between without it taking a lot of effort. The best sitting position is the next one. The question is, can you maybe move your foot over the cross or over the other foot? Of course you can do that. I should say that you should be aware that if you have your foot over there, then you can change again. And it is precisely these different stresses in the spine, in the musculoskeletal system, that are very important for keeping you together. So it can also be quiet for once. You can be in the seat position, which is comfortable. But the key is that you straighten yourself again once you feel uncomfortable. Whenever I sit there for a very long time, for example, when I realize if I watch my back a bit, then I straighten up or get up. Or for me, when I come to the office, whenever I come to the office, I set up my table and work standing up. Likewise, whenever I open my email program, I make sure to consciously straighten up briefly, whenever. So that would really be the kind of thing where you can change a lot. I say that awareness is the best thing you can have for your sitting, that you keep changing from the start. So for example, if I've been sitting for an hour, I get up. Or whenever I open my email program, I sit up straight. Or I do a certain exercise. Or whenever a customer comes in, I get up and greet them. Whenever then. The solution would be to have a variety of seating positions, changing them as often as possible, and making the whole thing very colorful. And at the end, when you say there is a little exercise to do, start standing again, and then sit down again. Whenever I am standing, I turn left and right. The soles of the feet remain firmly on the ground. And a little more. Take your hands away, and now release the soles of your feet. Trigger, and we do the whole thing sitting down. Sit down and turn left and right. The best sitting position is the next one. Our spine really needs the change of different loads, and then you have already done a lot of good and right for your own spine. As I said, awareness is the key to making a change. How am I sitting at work now? How am I standing at work? Am I more relaxed? Am I still slouching? Oh, that's why I'm still slouching, and if I notice that I'm not sitting quite optimally, I can change it. Thanks for participating. I wish you a lot of fun at the Move Days, and have a nice day. Bye.